I know. Oh yeah.
I know this one.
It's just a wedding podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Sound Precision Entertainment and Cufflink Media, Cleveland's best DJ, photo, and video team. When it comes to your big day, why juggle multiple vendors when you can have one amazing team? We're going to save you time, money, and stress because we're better together. From packed dance floors to photos and cinematic video, we've got you covered from I Do to The Last Dance. Book your wedding dream team today at spedj.com and cufflinkmedia.com. Find the links in the description below. What is going on, guys? We are back with another episode of It's Just a Wedding podcast. How we doing? How we feeling?
It's just a wedding.
It's just a wedding.
Every time.
Julia,
Always.
I want you one time to surprise and just be like, it's just a wedding.
With the way my voice is right now, you don't want to
I
hear
feel like
that.
you got some pipes on you. You probably can sing a little bit.
Right now, it's going to be all cracky.
She'd be like, it's just a wedding.
That cough still hasn't left yet.
The thing is, we're glad to hear that you're still alive. You almost died on air last week, which was brutal.
We're hoping that doesn't happen again this time.
So all of our viewers might see that we have a new person sitting at the table today that we're super excited about. So we want to give you some flowers for a second. So ladies and gentlemen, on this week on It's Just a Wedding podcast, we are excited to welcome Kennedy Kessner. She is the senior sales manager at Metropolitan at the Nine, one of Cleveland's most iconic and swanky wedding destinations. From chic downtown views to rooftop celebrations and timeless ballrooms, the Nine is a dream backdrop for couples tying the knot in style. With a degree in hospitality management from Kent State, Kennedy built her career creating unforgettable events. From her early days in catering to the past 3 years leading weddings and social gatherings at the Nine, she's the person who makes sure every detail from the first inquiry to the final toast is flawless. Today, Kennedy is pulling back the curtain on what makes the Nine so special, how her team delivers wow factor experiences, and what couples should consider when choosing their perfect wedding venue.
Yes, thanks for having me.
How about that for an opening? You just sounded like the goat of wedding planners and salespeople
Hey,
there.
I'll take it.
So, super excited to have you on.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Indeed.
You are the first numero uno wedding venue that we're having on this podcast, and we don't think it could have been a better pick.
Cue the applause.
Da, 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 da. Get some applause.
I'm the only one clapping.
There's an applause button on that thing. John, press the applause button.
No, do not press the applause button. So, Kenny, I don't know how much of this you've seen, but one of the things that we like to do on every single episode is we want to open up with a horror story, because how we got the name of this podcast, right, is that, you know, people freak out, and we try to say, like, we know it's important, we know it's expensive, but at the end of the day, it's just a wedding.
Just a wedding.
And part of us giving that message to our listeners is that really horrible things happen to other people, and the likelihood that they will also happen to you is not good. So we like to give them really terrible stories of things that we've experienced. So, you know, with that being said, do you have any stories that you'd love to share?
I guess a few come to mind. I mean, we've had a brawl happen in the middle of the ballroom before.
Okay, let's pause for a second. We can't just say a brawl. We need some details. Was there
that your
blood?
juiciest
Was there
story?
hair being pulled?
Oh, that was just the start.
She's just
Yeah.
Okay.
putting the tip in, and she's
That's
just getting started.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
just starting.
Okay.
Um,
Give us the full swing.
there was just people didn't like each other, and someone was mad that they were gonna get married, like the bride and the groom were gonna get married. So they were like, bam, took the purse, whacked her.
What? This was a girl fight? Mm-hmm. Girl fight at a wedding?
Damn.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait.
We had to like stop the wedding, get everyone under control, put people out in the hallway, be like, all right, you go out there, you stay in here.
Were there like
separate
extensions
'em.
being pulled out and shit? Like, was it going? Was it,
Eyelashes flying.
Here, hold my earrings.
Right.
like, I need the
Regroup
gritty
them.
details. Like, how nasty did this fight get? Like,
Just, you know, a slap, and then we kind of escalated it before it got really bad.
you de-escalated
Yeah, I
it.
de-escalated
Oh, I was just saying, like, you're
Sorry.
like, fight. Like,
Right.
we're going to escalate this thing. Okay, so we had a fight. So, and honestly, that's kind of funny because, like, you would expect that at, like, you know, some, like, VFW hall. But, like, when
Right.
you're at the Nine,
We're classy.
you guys are some classy bitches over there.
Swanky.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah,
Swanky.
Swanky.
That's a good name for it, swank. You guys have that one wall with, like, the red velvet wall. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, in vault.
Dude, I love that red velvet wall. That is the
You
swank.
can get really swanky.
That-
Some pictures there.
You can. We had one of my all-time favorite clients there. Well, he just took pictures there. He stayed there. Their wedding was at the Science Center. But Ricky Jackson, that was probably before your time at the Nine.
Probably.
Ricky Jackson.
Dude, Ricky Jackson was the
Sounds
goat.
like someone that should have been on like Talladega Nights or something.
No, this was Ricky Jackson, the black man who was longest person in United States history to be incarcerated for murder, for a murder that he didn't commit. He did like 29 years in prison, and then the Innocence Project got him out.
Oh.
And he got like $3 million in reparations for that. And it was amazing because he got himself like a young 22-year-old bride, and they threw the wedding of the year. It was awesome. I love, dude, Ricky, shout out Ricky. I love that.
Shout out Ricky. Ricky, come on the podcast.
Where are you at?
Ricky on this podcast.
But like, can you imagine with our mouths with Ricky? They might get out of hand on this cast.
I think that's exactly what we need.
So that being said, obviously with you being a venue, and we're certainly, if you guys are listening and you want to hear all the details about the Nine, we are going to get there, I promise you. But I want to start a bit more in terms of kind of like generalities when it comes to weddings. So like how to choose the perfect wedding venue for your style and your guest experience. And one of the things that I think makes the Nine unique in general is that you really have a lot of different spaces. I mean, we've been on the Rooftop, which is really cool. You've got the Vault, which is incredible, the Mint Ballroom. And before we even dive in specifically to that, like when somebody comes to you, if you're at a bridal show or a friend of yours is getting married and they're trying to consider like what might be good things to consider in choosing a wedding venue, like where would you tell them to start?
I guess it's kind of like, one, your guest count, because you're not going to go tour a venue that isn't going to accommodate your guest count. Two, I guess kind of your budget. You need to make sure that you can afford it. And three, kind of like the vibe you're going for. Like if you want a barn, you're not going to go look at a ballroom. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scott from It's Just a Wedding Podcast, and we are so excited at the trajectory of what this podcast has been doing. So I'll tell you what we're looking for. We are looking for sponsors. If you have a product or a service that you think would be highlighted really well right here on our show, we want to hear from you. Hit us up at Gmail at itsjustaweddingpodcast@gmail.com, or find us on all the socials out there.
Really nice.
It's
Yeah.
not tied properly.
But I'm not talking about, like, there are some, like, when you're talking about, like, a Mapleside barn or a Tall Oaks, those aren't, like, barns. Like, I'm talking about when it's, like, we're driving 45 minutes south in
Might
Ohio.
not have,
to
like,
go to
air
the
conditioning.
1982 barn of Colonial Continental barn. Like, nah, dude.
I don't think I've been to one like that yet.
Oh, dude. Oh, just wait. You'll be in there sweating your ass off, taking pictures. It's going to happen. So.
Or they don't have running water.
That's happened?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean? Wait, excuse me.
Running
Let's back that up for a
Yeah.
second. Who didn't have, well, you don't have to say who, but.
Oh, I've been to a few places where, like,
You get water delivered. They have the pump.
Yeah,
hand
well, we have to, like,
washers.
or we have to bring, like, Cambros of water.
Yeah.
Dang.
No.
That's a
Yeah.
little.
You can't do that to your.
Yeah.
Listen.
Or you have to get in a golf cart to then drive, like, half a mile down to
We're
go to the
involved
bathroom.
in weddings.
I
where
don't know
people
about that
have,
for a
like-
wedding. That
Yeah.
sounds awful. Imagine just being drunk trying to drive a golf cart to go to the bathroom.
Well, like, someone drives you.
We have
on the
weddings
road,
where like
but-
people are like hand rolling beautiful Cuban cigars. Like we're not jumping on a golf cart to go take a piss down the road. Like
It
that's
happens.
not. That's, I
There's-
believe you,
yeah.
but like if you're getting married there, don't call
Or
me.
I've been to some that have,
Tell
like,
Scott and I'll do it.
or I've been to some that have, like, chickens or, like, other farm animals
See,
around.
I love that shit.
I like
No,
the.
dude.
I
How's
like
your
if
boy
they have
at heart, dude? I
horses
fucking
or
love that
like
shit.
Standing Rock with the fuzzy cows.
Well, but see, again,
Those are
Standing Rock
cute.
is like this beautiful like compound. It's like
Yeah.
that's totally different. Like I
Yeah.
could live with like if that's a definition of a barn, like sign me up. I'm talking about like yeah, if there's fucking like roosters running around your wedding, like nah.
You mean going to like a barn with hay bales and like?
It just listen. You're an infant in weddings.
Have you
like,
ever held a
wait till you-
rooster?
Excuse me.
Have you ever held a rooster? They're fucking cool.
You are gross.
Yeah,
When you
no,
move
I'm not
the
gonna.
rooster around, its head stays in the same spot. So he was like this.
Well, same with
I can't do
chickens.
it. You're a dancer. Do it.
Listen,
Chickens are the same way. I like chickens.
I
All right, let's
can't.
get back to the program.
every day I hate you a little more. All right. So you mentioned before that one of the first things to consider is the amount of people or guest count. So, give me an idea, not even just at the 9, but in general. Like, I feel like there's probably like, the micro wedding from 65 to 80, and then you got your, 100 to 150. Like, walk me through from a sales director perspective as to like what those like numbers look like and like what people should be considering as far as like the groupings of amount. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sometimes I feel like it's funny because people will say like, "Oh, I have a small wedding," and I'm like, "Okay, well, how many people do you have?" And they're like, 150. Like,
Yeah.
no, like that's just an average wedding,
That
you know?
happens, that happens with they'll be like, we're really just very basic couple. We would like DJ and Sparks and Dancing on the Clouds and Motion Monogram. We're
Just
like,
basic.
yeah. I'm like, get this. I'm like, I want more basic prize. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would say like anything under 75 people, I would consider like a small micro wedding.
Okay.
And then like 100 to like 175, I would say would be like an average wedding. And then 200 to plus would just be a larger wedding.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame because I would agree. Like any more like 200 plus is considered a larger wedding, but like I am old enough to remember the days where like there used to be on the regular like 300, 350 person weddings, and I just think the cost of weddings is just kind of like slowly done away with that.
For
You
sure.
do these Arab weddings, you're looking at 800 people at a
Oh,
wedding.
That is
Yeah,
true. When
at
you get into
least.
some of the cultural, the ethnic weddings, you can get some crazy numbers.
yeah.
Well, you went to that one. You and your brother went to the festival over there, right?
Which
In-
one?
It was right over in Parma where you guys had it was like the Arab festival where that humongous hall. Can't they hold like 1,200
Yeah,
people or
yeah, like
something?
1,200 people, something like that.
Or
Yeah.
that's why they get married in like the convention center because
Yeah,
the
that's-
convention center can hold plenty amount of
A
people.
lot of people.
That's too many.
That's a lot of people. Like you got to have some cheese. You know what I mean? Like 1,200
I
people.
don't think I'd want that many people at my wedding, even if I had that amount of money.
I would. That'd be cool.
I don't know, because
I
at
don't
that
even know
point it's just
1,200
like
people.
Right.
at that point it's just like people you know, and you're like, oh, well, I know them. I haven't talked to them in like months. Let's just invite them, you know.
So
I
let's.
talked to
that's
you one
weird.
time. You're my
Yeah.
mailman. You deliver
Yeah.
my mail. You're invited to my wedding.
So you said the three qualifications were size, vibe. What was the other one that you
And
mentioned?
budget.
Budget. So what advice would you give to a client to figure out their budget on what they want to spend for a venue?
I mean, like, I guess it depends on the venue. Like, obviously, a standalone venue that you have to bring everything in is going to be less than like a ballroom or something that's all more inclusive, because then you don't have to bring in half of that
Right.
stuff. So I guess trying to figure out whether you want a venue that's a standalone and you just are paying a venue fee.
So it's really how much work that that couple wants to put in
Yeah.
themselves.
'Cause, I mean, essentially, at the end of the day, your venue is your probably your most highest expense. You know, like that's going to be your first thing that you tick off your list is your venue.
To be clear, we think it should be with SPE and Cufflink Media, but you know,
Yeah. Well, then you're like right here after. You're like 0.5.
yeah.
Yeah.
So here's what I will say. So I think like what we're really driving at is this idea between like there's basically two things you're considering. You're considering budget, and for some clients it's very important.
Yes.
And then you're considering things like guest experience. So like a question that we kind of put together for you is from your perspective, how does venue choice influence guest experience? Think of flow and comfort and wow factor. So, I mean, some people like want their guests to have a specific experience. You know,
Sure.
right now weddings are very experiential. Like, do you think that like just even at the starting point with the venue, does that automatically kind of set the bar with some of those things?
I think so, yes, because I mean, depending on the venue, it's going to give its own experience.
Sure.
I mean, there's some places where you have to drive to the middle of nowhere. That's an experience. There's some places where you have to drive downtown Cleveland. That's also an experience.
It is.
You know, so I feel like depending on the venue, it itself could bring its own experience.
Well, and you know, one of the reasons why we wrote that question is because like the 9, your venue in general is an experience in itself.
For
So, specifically, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but when you get into the Mint Ballroom, you know, it's got this very like I would almost liken it to like a Great Gatsby kind of
sure.
like super like
Modern
internally-
vintage.
Yeah, like how
Yeah.
do you guys like when you sell like how do you describe it? You know, because like for us it's just kind of like buzzwords, but like what's the company line with your spot?
I mean, I would say like modern vintage, speakeasy, Gatsby, like those kinds of vibes, like black, white, classic, elegant. I would say is what sometimes like that dark and moody we get as well, but between those lines, I would say that's pretty much what the 9 is. I mean, you start on the rooftop and you're light and airy, you're outside, you know, and then you move down to vault and that gives you your dark, moody, speakeasy vibes, and then you move into the ballroom and the same kind of thing, modern vintage.
So at one time, I know that the vault in the 9 was one of like 2 big vault doors, but to the best of my knowledge, at least by today, I think you guys are like the only place in Cleveland where you can really do photo ops in front of that.
Sure.
And we'll drop some stuff in.
The door is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is really crazy. We'll drop some links in the description for people to see that, because if you're looking for like a one-of-a-kind experience to get a photo that most people just can't get other places, I mean, it's super cool.
Even the rooms are really nice too. If
Yeah,
you're looking for
the
places to stay.
individual- oh, for sure.
I stayed there once or twice, and just I like the shower in the middle of the room. Like
Yeah.
that was so cool.
It's funny that you say that though, because there's a lot of people that despise that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was with the girl, so it was fun.
Yeah. Like when you're sharing the room, it's fine because it's like the showers in the middle of the room are more in our king rooms, which you're more than likely sharing that room with either a significant other or a lover per se or whoever.
Or a
Like, you're-
lady of the night.
Yeah, or lady of the night, but you're not gonna like share a king
a lady of the
room
night for
with
me.
like your grandma, you know? Like I mean maybe,
It was
but
actually my girlfriend at the time. I'm a wholesome guy.
As someone who has not had the pleasure, like, what do we mean a shower in the center of the room? Like, I got it. What do you mean?
so like you know how like most hotels like you walk in and the bathroom is separate.
Yeah.
Ours is you kind of like walk in and the shower is there.
It's like right in
there's
front of
no
you.
like
As soon as you walk
separate.
in
All
shower.
glass, like
It's like a
Correct.
frosted,
it's like a frosted
textured glass.
textured
Oh, wow.
glass.
in the middle of the room.
Middle of the
Yeah.
room. Yeah, it's cool.
There's no like separate wall that like separates
That's
it or
cool.
anything. There is a
actually
separate door
really
for like
cool.
the actual like toilet, but the
How
sink
close is
and
the shower to the bed?
really close.
really close.
Wow.
It's great.
But and then if you get into our suites, all of our suites have Japanese soaking tubs in them, and those are also exposed in the middle of the room if you are in a king suite.
Whoa.
Wow.
I didn't have a Japanese soaking tub.
Well, then I don't know.
Wow.
You weren't in a king suite then, I guess.
I didn't purchase the room, unfortunately. So that girl should have
She
stepped her
cheaped
game
you out,
up.
I guess.
Yeah.
A soaking tub, huh?
Yeah,
I feel like I can get behind the soaking tub.
they're
As a
pretty
ma-
cool.
as a
You
matter
probably
of-
could at least fit 2 people in there.
So
least.
one time we were doing a event down in Maryland at Nemacolin Resort, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
a beautiful
gorge.
place, and we were hanging out. We were on this company's dime, which was cool. And me and my buddy went out to get dinner. We came back, and you've met John,
Mm-hmm.
our director of photo and video. Our director of DJ. He was just in the in the bathtub, just drinking those little bottles of booze. And like, we found him in the bathtub. So like, that was one of the weirdest things that I remember, was just having this guy in a bathtub. So
I mean, that could probably happen in one of our rooms too.
man,
They're nice.
So
you know, stock
the
in this
double
place?
rooms though are the double like beds rooms give a little bit more privacy, but if you're in a king room, there's no privacy.
So maybe you could explain it to me. What's up with the Cloud9 security thing they have in there? You know, talking about those little safes they have. It's like Cloud9. What is that? Because there was no buttons on it. There was no handle on it.
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
In the rooms, there's like some kind of safe with no buttons, no handles, just a metal box
Maybe
that
you
says
had a weird
Cloud9.
one.
And I'm like, this is some insider shit. like
That's
some,
weird
like,
because
lock
I don't think
boxes.
I've seen a safe that didn't have a handle.
I know. I was really like, I Googled it and everything. This is before ChatGPT, so it didn't give me a good answer, but it was.
Maybe you just had one of those ones. I don't know. I've seen all the safes I've seen in the rooms have
Really?
buttons and everything. Yeah,
I must have had some crazy ass room. or something.
maybe.
So Julia, from a photographer's perspective, like, what are some of the things that you look for, like, in a venue? Like, what are things that help from a photography perspective that kind of like helps make your job easier, gets our clients, you know, those banger photos that they want to put on their mantle? Are there things that you've seen that are kind of helpful?
Mainly just like the overall like design of the venue. Like some venues I've been to, literally it's just a plain ballroom. There's like nothing there. So if they have like good rustic or fancy, like nice looking backdrops that are really nice, like I don't know, even if you go to the courthouse, anywhere in there is phenomenal for photos. Like any place that's like the architecture is built in a way where it's just eye-catching,
Sure.
makes for a stunning photo.
For sure.
I agree. And again, the second part is we're going to get into specifics on the 9. But I think that, like, this place fits the bill because, again, it's just very modern. The architecture is gorgeous. Indoor, outdoor locations. Even just some of the stuff, like, I've seen stuff just shot, like, on the street, like, right outside. And if you're a bride who's into, like, that, like, urban setting or whatever, you can get some really cool photos
shots.
outside the front door. So you can
Stopping some
almost get like
traffic and
10 or 12 different locations all within, a
definitely.
quarter mile of the front
I
door.
could at least
Even-
name like 6.
Yeah, even when looking at venues, I recommend looking around, like to see if there's any good photo locations around that venue
Right.
too. Because there are some venues that you go to and people are like, "Oh, is there any good places around here for photos?" And there's none because it's
there's
in the
none.
middle of nowhere.
Right around the corner of the 9, you have the Heinens, which is a
Yeah.
great photo spot. It's actually listed like top 10 places to visit in Cleveland, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
you're a
even
bride.
just downtown Cleveland in general
Yeah.
has so many great spots to take pictures.
You're close
There's
to
a
the
lot of good-
stadiums.
Yeah.
You're close to all those little bars right
We're close
there.
to the Hyatt. I mean, the
Yeah.
arcade. Like if people
Yep.
wanted to go into there and take
That's a good
pictures.
photo op place.
Is what you talked to us about earlier as far as the second story, is that like, that's like right now public knowledge type stuff?
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
was like confused for a
I mean,
second.
good, because being in the wedding industry, that was news to me. So in some ways, I feel like we could maybe like break a little bit of news. So like, why don't you kind of, tell people, you mentioned Heinen's, like what's going on. There's kind of like a new space and location that
Yeah.
for years was not available, which now is. That might be kind of
is.
cool.
Yeah, so Heinen's is in the Cleveland Rotunda building, and they used to occupy the second floor. That's where all their beer and their wine of the grocery store was. And they recently, this year, have moved off of it. And so the 9 now took over that space, and we occupy the second floor of the rotunda and kind of turned it into an event space. So it can hold up to 250 people. I mean, I personally since I do all of like the social events, I sell it for more like farewell brunches, rehearsal dinners, welcome parties. We'll use it sometimes for meal space for corporate events or a happy hour type thing. Holiday parties are great up there too.
And it's a cool space because it's a circle, almost catwalk, so people
Right.
can look down and like
look
see
down.
people shopping.
And then they can look up and see the beautiful ceiling.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, I think we need you for anybody because, so oddly enough, we have like 50% of our listeners are from outside of Cleveland, which is crazy. So like, we're telling people like, oh, it's like in the grocery store. Like, you're probably like, what the fuck are they talking? So like, you guys have to understand, like downtown, this is like,
The only grocery store downtown.
it's like the dopest grocery store.
Yeah.
Like, think like downtown, like Cleveland courthouse vibes with like beautiful architecture and like mural. And like, yes, there's currently a grocery store residing in there, but like probably one of the most beautiful, like architecturally speaking buildings.
For sure.
The way that I could describe the dome of Heinen's is imagine if you're standing like in the U.S. Capitol building, you look up the dome.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, it's got that like vaulted. Yeah, it's really
super
cool.
vaulted, really like old school look. It's nice.
So for brides, if you are looking for something unique and different, it sounds like it's been going on for this year, but I don't think it's been made like crazy public knowledge. So it's probably cool for people to take a look at that as an option
sure.
for
Absolutely.
cocktail hours,
Yeah.
etc.
Welcome parties, rehearsal dinners, anything.
So I don't know if you guys have heard the news because I heard it on ESPN and on CNN and Fox News and every push
Barely.
notification.
Here we go.
But I want you guys to know that our baby girl Taylor Swift and our bro Travis Kelce have officially gotten engaged. Have you guys heard this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the post on Instagram.
Here's the most important question about this debacle. Who is changing last names?
Oh, right.
Is it going to be Travis Swift on a jersey? Is it going to be Taylor Kelce? Is he going to hyphenate that shit?
Honestly, they might just keep their
Yeah,
names.
yeah, I
A
agree
lot
with
of
Kelly. I
celebrities
could
keep
see
their
that.
names.
That's I got different opinions, but I mean, what do you do in that
Your
situation?
girl's got to take your name. That's very beta if she doesn't
Absolutely.
take. She needs
Or
to
she'll
be like
hyphenate it.
Taylor Swift Kelce. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
A
could
lot
live with
of-
that,
But then
yeah.
still go by Taylor Swift.
I mean, she's already a billionaire. Like, people know who the fuck she is. Like, you know, like,
But a lot of celebrities tend to just keep their names for
Right.
some reason. I don't know if it's just because they're known for that name and they just don't want to change it. I don't know.
I bet you if Travis changed his last name to Swift, jersey sales would go through the roof.
Oh, for sure.
Every girl would have a Swift 49 or Chiefs jersey, dude.
so I want to make sure I want to formally put in a proposal for Sound Precision Entertainment and Cufflink Media to service this wedding. And I would like to also recommend the 9
Yeah.
as a location to
on.
host your reception, rooftop ceremony, maybe after party. Give me a call. We'll take good care of you. 216. Not kidding. All right, so we want to play a fun game. So we call it the this or that, okay? So these are always fun wedding games we play every week. So we're going to have some fun here. So round one, we're calling it the venue vibes, okay? Round one, venue vibes. Would you prefer the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's vows in a fairy tale European castle, or a Kansas City hometown extravaganza with Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes front row?
I don't think either.
Both of those sound kind of gas to me.
Sound gas?
Probably.
Like he's from Cleveland. Fuck Kansas City. You know what I mean?
I feel like they're gonna do something in like Rhode Island, like
What?
yeah, like Chris McCaffey and Olivia Culpo wedding, like that kind of vibe, like up against the river and like an old time like resort.
If I had to pick one
Travis,
of those, it'd be the
don't make
castle.
that mistake, man.
Or they're yeah. But if I had to pick one of those, I would say the castle.
Yeah.
I
I'd
could
say
see
the
the going
castle.
Casio.
Yeah.
That's like Romeo and Juliet type shit.
Or they're just gonna like do it and no one knows.
That's probably what's going to happen. But so I was reading, so this could potentially shape weddings for like the next 5 years. So what they were saying was, is because Taylor Swift is such like a trendsetter, if she goes extravagant, it may make the public have more extravagant weddings for like the next
Okay.
3 to 5 years. And if she goes like small and subdued, it could potentially affect people to have smaller and subdued.
Small.
So we're like, please,
Big.
We're going big, baby. Come on, Taylor. Let's spend some of that money, girl.
People were also saying that the photo style, whatever they end up going with, that's going to end up being the trending like photography
Oh, for
style for
sure.
weddings
So I gotta tell you,
the next
wild
few
to me.
years.
so right now, like the mix between like straight on flash and dark and moody, like am I the only person who kind of thought their photos were underwhelming? Like the ones they released on Instagram, like they were okay, but like this is fucking like I was just kind of like, you look like my cousin bought a camera from like Best Buy and
It
just
was
took some
probably
photos.
a hidden photographer. She probably didn't know about the engagement
Well,
or
if that's the
proposal.
case, Travis, get a
and it's
better
probably a
hidden
hidden
photographer.
photographer.
Like, I was like, what? I was like, what is that we're looking at right
I
now?
didn't see them. Were they
They're
that
not-
bad?
I mean, they're
How
not,
did you not see them? It was all over my social
I thought
media.
they were romantic
care
looking because of
very
all the
little about
flowers and the
Taylor and
location.
Travis, I'll be honest with you.
We stopped a meeting to be like, hey, something just happened. Emergency, and we
Really?
released it during the meeting.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not bad, but like you would just the expectations would be like wow, and I'm just kind of like if it wasn't Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, that photographer would not get more work. We'll put it that way in my opinion. So
I think it ended up fitting her vibe though, with where it was at and then the flowers in
flowers
the
and-
background. I think it really like fit her aesthetic
I agree.
in the photos.
I could see Travis changing his name.
Oh my God, we're back to this.
all right, round two. We're going flowers, okay? Do we want romantic red roses everywhere or a whimsical wildflower garden inspired by Taylor Swift's Folklore album?
Roses.
I
I
like
see.
roses, but red roses everywhere seems too much for me, so I'd go the wildflowers.
I'm gonna go red
Whimsical.
roses. Not only is rose the flower of love, but red is the color of love. I did a study on flower types and what those colors and types of flowers mean in terms of love.
Okay.
Roses is the most deep form of affection you can give in terms of flowers. So I'd go straight roses, maybe like all blacked out or all white. Just live the dream.
Both black and white.
So I have a feeling that based on this engagement photos, they would be going the wildflowers. I don't know that I love wildflowers, but I also don't really give a crap on any flowers. So, we'll go there. Number 3, round 3. This is a big one for the ladies.
All right.
This is Taylor's look, okay? Are we going custom Versace gown dripping in crystals, or are we going boho chic vibes straight out of a Lana Del Rey closet?
Probably,
Chic.
yeah, boho chic.
See, I want her looking just put me in crystals.
I'm gonna be
baby.
honest, I don't know what
Well,
those words mean.
It's like a lot of wedding dress trends I've seen lately from like almost every single bride we've had. Most of them are treading away from the sparkles and the crazy like decked out ones. They're
Let me tell you
going
something.
more
Taylor's
elegant.
going to be setting the trend, okay? She's not following trends, okay? Taylor, let me tell you something. Go get yourself a Versace gown, okay? Don't even worry about crystals. Diamonds. She's a billionaire. Diamonds on that gown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Travis,
A tux is a tux.
Yeah, it don't matter. It's gonna be some fancy tux, but it's gonna look like like a sports clip haircut, and it's just the way it goes. Like guys always look the same at weddings, so in my opinion,
It's fair.
Always looks
Yeah,
the
that's
same.
true.
okay. Round 4. Entertainment, very important to me. Taylor Swift serenades Travis Kelce live with Lover for their first dance, or surprise performances from Ed Sheeran and Beyonce, who are their wedding guest.
Second one.
You want Ed Sheeran and Beyonce?
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna sing on her own wedding.
Yeah, how can she sing during her own first
I
dance?
feel like that'd be like, well, not the first dance, but maybe like a little toast. Maybe she comes up with a new song just for him.
Oh, maybe.
Sings it at the thing.
Debut her song.
Debut, never released, just for Travis.
I have to
Yeah.
go for
If
Ed
my girl did that
Sheeran.
to me, like I would be like, dude, like that's great.
That's just, dude. Great. Like, honestly, I'm not a big Beyonce fan, so like I could see Ed Sheeran like kind of like doing one of his little poppy numbers, be like, all right, but like Queen Bee can sit her ass down in the corner as far as I'm concerned.
I'm not the biggest fan of like Beyonce and the song that they sing together.
Oh, perfect.
But I like when it's just Ed Sheeran. Like if Ed Sheeran could just be up there and sing, I'm for it.
Can we swap out Beyonce for Bieber? That'd be
No.
dope.
You
No.
want the Babes? Like,
I like the Biebs, dude.
Biebs not looking good. Have you seen Biebs recently?
He's all right.
No, dude. Biebs.
He's fine.
Biebs, I think is on drugs right
He's
now.
Justin Bieber. He's fine. Trust me.
No, have you seen him? He does not look. I feel.
He's
He's
Biebs-
good. He's Bieber.
We're starting a hashtag
Didn't
pray
he
for
just come
Biebs
out
because
with
it's
a-
not looking
Yeah.
good right now. What's that?
He just
just
came out with a new album.
Yeah, swag.
Jinx.
He doesn't look good.
That album was great.
Did you
Daisy.
see?
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
think him
good.
and Haley are gonna be on the outs pretty soon.
Yeah, but I feel like though I liked his other album better.
I did too.
Yeah.
All
I
of his
can
other
get down
albums.
with that.
Yeah.
I'm a believer.
You're a Bieber.
I am.
You
don't
are
think I
a
ever
beta
really
male.
was.
That's what
Fucking guy.
is what you are. All right. Number 5. We're going cake here, folks. A 5-tier luxury cake like Kim Kardashian and Kanye, or a trendy dessert bar filled with donuts and cookies.
Dessert bar all the way. 100%.
Julia.
You have to
this
We're
fucking
going.
girl.
Julia is a snack queen. Like we'll be
I
at a
love me a
wedding and she's
snack.
pulling out fucking cookies out of her purse,
All
bags
right.
of chips. She's got Oreos in there.
Yeah,
like,
you always got to be prepared.
I always got snacks. This last wedding had popcorn.
You did.
a
You
bag.
and like not like a little baggie. Like she pulled out like
It was skinny pop.
huge, I don't care what it
Doesn't
was.
matter.
She pulled
The
out
Costco
a full
one.
purple bag of popcorn. You want some popcorn? I'm like, I'm good right now. I was like,
Here's my take on that. I feel like when you think of cookies, brownies, etc., you think of the Pittsburgh cookie table, which has always been a cheaper way to feed guests dessert. I would be very shocked if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce don't have a really insane cake.
I agree.
But nobody eats
yeah,
the
I want the
cake.
thing to be crazy.
Like 18 layers. Just
18.
Hits the top of the
she's
ceiling.
a billionaire, dude.
I don't think she
What
would do
flavor
that.
though? Let's
18 different flavors.
really.
If I had the money, why not?
Nick is a fruit guy. You'd
But
probably want
nobody
some like
eats the
strawberries in your cake or something.
Casada?
Oh yeah.
Well, casada cake is good, but like you would probably want like all kinds of weird like
Yeah.
fruit cakes.
Casada, give me a little chocolate raspberry. Give me
That would be good.
all
That would
types
be
of
good.
stuff.
And you know what he doesn't like that I love chocolate and peanut butter. He hates it.
Why? You don't like a Reese's?
I like Reese's, but I don't
Oh.
like peanut butter flavored things. I like just real peanut butter.
Okay.
I agree.
I
with
could
that.
kind of,
agree
because
with you
sometimes
on
I feel
that.
like peanut butter flavored things taste cheap.
It's-
And they taste
Yeah.
fake.
I
it's
was
bullshit.
recently
You know,
on this
agreed.
podcast called the GOAT of candy because I said that the best Reese's are the little guys in the foil wrappers
Okay.
in the refrigerator.
All right.
Next day, and some guy commented, they're like, the big guy's correct. Like, I was like, yeah, right, I'm correct.
Well, to bounce off that, I recently had a fresh out of the fridge Reese's Fast Break. Very good. And I bought one the next day, and it was just grocery store room temperature. Not the
That's
same
good.
candy bar.
I feel like, don't they always say that the candy bar tastes better when it's frozen?
It does.
Like
Or like
chilled.
cold, yeah.
I'm going to hit you guys with something that not a lot of people know, but it is a candy that it'll change the game.
Rolo.
No.
Thank God.
Have you eaten a Zero bar?
No.
Oh.
What?
What the fuck is that?
Listen,
Yeah.
That's a zero bar.
That's some old people
Listen,
shit.
no, sir.
This
No.
guy's eating Werther's.
Let me tell you.
Oh.
Let me tell you something, dude. You look for the silver wrapper, okay?
Oh, it's silver.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Zero in white, outline in blue. It's a white chocolate
Nope, you
candy
lost me.
bar with a chocolate nougat on the
You
inside.
lost me.
Let me tell you something.
You look like you like nougat.
let me tell you something. This candy bar will change your life.
White
It's yeah.
chocolate makes me sick.
I
No,
know,
you
I'm
make
not a
me
white.
sick.
It makes my stomach turn.
You lost me. I don't think that I will ever
This is
purchase
what
a zero
happens
bar.
when you're sitting at a table with 3 people in their 20s, and you have the adult at the table eating delicious
Werther's.
No.
0 bars.
White chocolate's not even chocolate. It's just called white chocolate.
Scott's got a little dish at his house full of Werther's. Got some butterscotch sprinkles in there. You got the little strawberry things.
Yeah.
I will absolutely be an old man with a couple of Werthers in my pocket. I'm telling you right now. And I will give
Werthers
them
are
to
good.
people, and I'll make them eat them whether they want them or not. I'm still about 5 years away from having the Werthers in the
Now
pocket.
that we're on candy, actually, to tie it back into weddings, this prior weekend, John and I went out and did a wedding. Big 200-ish wedding, Mexican crowd.
Where was it at?
It was lit. We were at Via Roma.
Oh,
It was lit. But they had not only did they have cake, they had a candy table.
Okay.
So, cool thing in weddings, they had different bowls of like Airheads, Skittles, M&Ms, all the candy they liked, and then they had little bags.
Yeah.
They had bags so guests can come and just make their own little bag. Dude,
That's the best
Crazy.
kind of like favor when you're drunk.
Oh,
Just,
I
like
love
go back to
crazy.
your hotel room and eat all the candy.
Ask
you
John,
Just
I was
took.
slamming
I would
Mr.
actually
Goodbars
say
at
that a
like 1
Taco
o'clock.
Bell bar would be the best favor when you're drunk, in my opinion.
Well, that too. But like, I
I'm
love anything that I
candy,
can
I'm
like
candy.
take
You want
away.
Candy.
Dude, no. If you have a candy bar at your wedding,
You can have that
oh,
candy
oh,
for
yeah.
days.
It was cool, and all the guests really liked it. The candy was flying off the shelf. So if you like candy and you want something cool to do in your wedding, I recommend a candy bar. It was
That's
pretty cool.
cool. I mean, it is cool, but
Have you seen the trend of the people that like walk around with like the little carriers and then they have like candy in it?
I have not
wait,
seen
what do you
that.
mean, look?
No.
What do you mean?
Like they have like a little like thing like
Oh, like the
strapped
guy,
on
like the
them.
old-
Oh,
peanut
yeah.
guy.
Oh,
And they have
okay.
like boxes of candy, like
I
the
haven't
movie
seen
theater
that.
candy.
That's actually kind of
Like
cute.
the guy at the
They
ball
like,
game.
yeah,
Peanuts,
right?
get your
Cute. I
peanuts
kinda-
here.
Listen,
Cute.
TikTok, it will show you all the
That's like a
things.
next level.
I need to get back on
Though.
TikTok.
That like I want like a girl with like a champagne skirt and a candy guy
And a
walking
candy
around.
guy.
Like,
Yeah. Like what? That would be like the best thing that would come up to you in the middle of the night.
Weddings are getting elevated, man. I fucking love it. I'm here for
Or
it.
sometimes people do it with like the cannoli and they walk around and fill the
the
little
cannoli stuffers, dude. Them
Yeah.
They were piping up cannolis fresh at Doubletree the one day.
dudes. Dude,
Yeah.
Cannolis are
if you
good.
get listen, as an Italian, if you get yourself a freshly stuffed cannoli, are you
10
kidding
out of
me?
10.
Are you fucking
Oh yeah.
kidding me?
Oh,
Dude, I'm gonna be
Just squirt it in my
I'm slipping
mouth.
an extra 50 in the guest card if I get a fucking fresh cannoli. I mean,
Cannolis are good.
literally skip the shell, just pipe it in my mouth.
you would want that just piped right in.
Fill me up.
This guy is out. Look at Julia's eye. I love when she just gives that like stare. All right. Now, for all the listeners, it's probably the moment you've been waiting for, okay? Which is let's talk specifics about the 9 because there are people that are going to watch us who have considered the 9, who like the 9, who are thinking about scheduling a tour. They are thinking about possibly putting down a deposit. So, now I want to talk about the specifics. So the 3 spaces that I have identified, and you've already blew my mind with the top layer of Heinen's, but we have the Mint Ballroom, super fucking cool place. You've got the Vault, which is also insanely cool. And then maybe the star of the show potentially is what you guys call the Garden of Eden on the rooftop, which is super cool. So I want you to kind of describe to listeners and possible people who would want to book the 9, like what this actually looks like, how the evening can flow, and what amenities that you guys can offer at the 9.
Yeah. So majority of the time when people have their ceremonies on site, we do it on the rooftop, just because it gives the skyline views of the city, and you face that direction anyways. And we normally do it like mid-evening too, so it like the sun's starting to go down a little bit, really sets the mood.
The golden hour type vibes.
Golden hour type vibes. But I would say for people, because people always ask, like, do you have actual like wedding receptions up on the rooftop or any cocktail hours? And the answer is no, essentially, just because if you have your ceremony up there, there's really no way to kind of flip the space because the remainder of the rooftop is open to the public.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Also, it's open to the public, so you would
Which
almost
I feel like scares people, but it's really not that bad. Trust me, it's not bad.
like the way it's like partitioned off. I've been there many times, and it's never felt at all like a
No,
weird,
like there's other
awkward-
people over
And
there.
for the most part, people are like cool, and they're like going to be a little bit more respectful when they
Right.
know a wedding is going on, so.
And like it's kind of fun because when you get up there, like if you are a guest that's punctual and wants to get there on time, then you can grab a cocktail and hang out for a little bit, take your pictures, and then move over to the other side and take your seat and get ready for the wedding.
Now, one thing that I've run into that I think people need to know about. So everybody leaves that area at one time.
The elevators.
Elevators are tough.
They
You're
are.
going to wait. So my
Aren't they card access only too?
Only to certain floors.
Okay.
Like the public space floors, you should be
Gotcha.
fine.
My pro
but
tip is-
when you like are on a guest room floor, then you have to have a key card to
Gotcha.
that floor.
grab an extra cocktail and
Hang out for a little.
Yeah, hang out because if you try to get down there, you're going to wait in a brutally long line in a
Yeah.
tight space to get on the elevator. So get a cocktail, enjoy the view, relax.
We're
a little
normally good
bit.
about like locking out a couple of the elevators and like helping assist to move people down, especially when the wedding is 150, 170, 200 people. Like we know it's going to take that a decent amount of time,
Yeah.
especially because the elevators are going to run a little bit slow. There's only 4 elevators that get up to that floor.
Gotcha.
And depending on where in the hotel, those same 4 elevators only take you to those certain other floors as well. So, because like once you're in the lobby, there's I think 8 elevators, but not all the elevators go to all the floors.
So before we get off the rooftop completely, so do you know roughly how many stories you're at when you're up there? I mean, it's quite a ways up. Do you
You're
know?
on the 12th floor.
12th floor.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Yeah.
So, and what's cool is
But you're not technically on the hotel. You're technically on top of the building that's connected to the hotel.
Interesting.
It's called the 1010 building. We have residents that live in that building as well. So you're technically on top of an apartment building.
Okay.
You're not even, you're like, once you go through the door of the rooftop, you're not even in the hotel anymore.
Wow. Didn't know that. Now, I think it's cool because we have a lot of people who, right now, obviously just being downtown in general could be very trendy, but we have a ton of grooms that are like big sports fans. Like, I want to just talk about the views for a second because right now we are actually editing a really, really pretty wedding video from your venue. And like one of the shots that we got was like of progressive field
yeah.
from the rooftop. Like it is insane. Like
You can
so
see it in like the one corner.
exactly.
Well, it's named progressive because of it. So like we have certain sections on the rooftop that are named after certain things. So like progressive, you can see
Wait,
progressive.
Progressive sponsored your rooftop?
Oh no, we just call it that.
Oh, I was gonna say that's amazing. Let me get some progressive money.
Yeah.
Like, we'll-
Then we have rotunda because like when you look over it, you see the top of the rotunda building.
okay, that's.
Then you
cool.
have Euclid because when you look over it, you see the Euclid Street.
Well,
And then
progressive.
we
If you're
have
watching, hook the nine
Playhouse.
up with a couple of
You see the
sponsorship dollars for this.
Playhouse.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so
You get good views wherever you look on
oh,
that
for sure,
rooftop.
for sure.
It's cool.
And then, yeah, I mean, it's like one of those spots where like it doesn't matter which way you're facing. It's just it's really cool. So, if you're looking for something that could just be a bit more impressive, there's only a handful of venues in the entire city that can offer those kind of views.
On a rooftop at least.
And if it's not the best, it's certainly one of the best. So that it's worth going just to check that out in general.
And I mean, I've had a couple like cocktail hours up there before, but their ceremonies aren't on site. So, like, the possibilities are endless depending on what people do. We do a lot of farewell brunches up there because normally the rooftops are closed on Sundays. So essentially, if you do a farewell brunch up there, you get the whole rooftop to yourself.
Nice.
So sometimes
Baller.
people will do that because they don't get to they get to experience the rooftop, but they don't get to as much as the other spaces because you're not up there as long. So they like to sometimes circle back and end it up where they started, essentially.
So let's think about this. Like, we'll assume that the ceremony took place on the rooftop, and now we're all having a drink. We're slowly going down the elevator. So walk us through like phase 2, and because like this is one of my like, what does that look like as you make your way for cocktail hour?
So cocktail hour is always in the vault, depending on the amount of people. So more like 100 people and up to 250. It's considered a private buyout of the whole bar. So essentially, you and your guests would be the only people that would be in the vault during your cocktail hour. And we wouldn't open it to the public until after everyone's out of there. But there's 4 vaults in there from the original Cleveland Trust Bank that were transformed into private event spaces. So they have access to all 4 vaults. And then our main vault bar is pretty cool as well. There's like a nice gate That was from the original bank as well. All the flooring is from the original bank, except where you see carpet. That's where we added. But we try. I mean, the vault is pretty much original. There's everything that, like the vault doors, all of like the insides of the vaults, the marble around is all the original stuff from the original bank.
Yeah, and what I'll try to do is either through videos that we've shot or through other stuff, I'll try to drop a couple photos in the comments because, I mean, for me to ask you to like use like great descriptor words would be very difficult. Like it's a really
it doesn't do it justice. Just describing
the
it.
space is
No.
unbelievable. It's something that
Yeah.
like you have to see.
Yes,
I mean,
correct.
Again, so now you're going from the rooftop, which is a one of 2 or 3 views in the city. Now you're
Super
taking people
unique.
into a one of a kind vault for cocktail hour, which is
I mean,
just,
who else really has a rooftop besides the Hilton?
I
right?
mean, you've got there's a couple
Yeah,
places.
Maybe like Fahrenheit, but
Theirs is really low.
yeah.
I mean, you've got Truss over there.
Oh, Truss, yeah.
Truss has got one. The Lantern Room has got a rooftop view.
That's Ohio City, though.
But I mean, you still got the views of Cleveland. You got Ariel International Center's got a rooftop, although
Does
no,
Lago still have theirs or no?
Lago does have theirs,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, there's other ones out there. You get some cool lake views, but like again, like if you're looking for like
You get the whole city.
the urban city vibe, like it's cool. Like
Yep.
just crazy things like the sun, just the way like the sun shadowing kind of disperses over like the skyline of Cleveland. You can see some really cool stuff over there.
So if you guys were on the edge about booking the 9, just book the damn place. It's
Yeah.
freaking great.
It's great.
So now we've had this amazing cocktail hour in the vault, and now we're getting ready to go sit down to dinner and enjoy the reception. So what does that piece typically look like?
So we normally will then move everyone into the ballroom, which is actually right next door of the vault. So they don't have to move very far. Luckily, once you get down to vault, you're all on the same floor. And then you walk into the ballroom that has chandeliers galore. There's so many chandeliers in there. And that's where the remainder of the evening is.
It
Dinner,
is.
dancing,
And you guys, so there's a couple things that I know that you guys do. Now, I'm sure there's a charge to it, but like behind where the head table typically is, you guys always have like a really pretty
drape
drape
it.
line.
yeah, that's
So-
included.
So the draping is included. Now, for any of the brides who are not familiar, you
Because there's
can
an
pay,
ugly door that's behind it.
Okay, like some people are paying up to like $15 to
For draping.
$18 a linear foot.
Yeah.
So the fact that's included is cool. Now the other thing that you guys did, which I think is like super classy, is you mounted a Source 4 ellipsoidal fixture, and I'm sure they have to pay for it. But if you wanted to get like a custom gobo right behind your head table, is that something you guys are still doing over there?
Oh, the projectors.
Projector, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is just like a normal like projector that would have to be like with the screen down.
Well, then you call me and I'll take
Yeah,
care of you for
and
that.
Scott can
But there
take
is
care of
some
you.
really cool stuff that you can do with a drape line that looks like that. The other thing is, I mentioned at the top of this show, like this kind of like great Gatsby kind of speakeasy vibe. Like she is correct. The chandeliers, incredible.
Incredible.
The amount of crystal, insane. But I think something that is really underrated but super important. So to a lot of brides, photos are of the utmost importance.
Yes.
And one of the things that this Mint Ballroom offers is it's a very what we call like a tungsten heavy room. And what that means is the lighting tends to be a bit warmer. And what that does in photos is it makes people look a little healthier,
Yeah.
a little brighter. So like even for some of your guests who are a little bit older, who may have not had time to, get out in the sun, maybe even if one of your family members are a little bit sickly or ill, it's going to make sure that everybody looks their best self. They look healthy, they look vibrant, and that's just kind of like a nice addition that you're going to get. The other thing is,
And I think uplights look great.
well, that
yeah.
I was going there. So when you're in the Mint Ballroom, so one of the things that's cool is it's actually one of the few ballrooms that have a little bit of a lower ceiling. And some
Yes.
people are bummed out. We're like, well, I want the vaulted ceiling. But when you have a lower ceiling and you use uplighting, now that light goes up the wall and spreads across the ceiling. So you're getting like a ton
Oh, for sure.
of bang for your buck
Yes.
out of it. So it's like it's one of those things where it looks even more impressive because you just have more lighting, more color, more saturation,
Right.
which looks
yeah.
really, really
like
cool.
I think uplights, like once they put them in the ballroom, like it literally transforms it completely.
It does.
It does.
And then I think the other thing from a photography perspective, so like any great photographer who's using, flash, who understands how to manipulate light, when you have a lower ceiling, it's nice because they're actually able to use a white ceiling to bounce lighting. So now it's like you get the added benefit of like the DJ lighting look great. It gives the photographers more tools in their toolbox to make sure that they're, exposing subjects properly. So there's a lot of good things to like about that. And another thing that's not like a super big deal, but I think it is nice. So outside of Mint, there's kind of this like cool little like, I guess, like pre-function space.
Yes.
And like I know that like for example like we've done like photo booths out there.
Right.
So if you've got that big wedding with 200 or 250 people, but you want to have a photo booth or a caricature artist or something kind of fun, there is a space where it can kind of spill out a little bit,
For sure.
where you don't have to like take up like critical dance floor
So much
space or
yeah.
So have you seen anything else kind of fun that you've done like out like, even just things like beautiful like audio like we've seen all kinds of cool stuff.
I mean,
out there.
I've had audio guest books out there, photo booths. I've actually had a wedding that had casino tables out there.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
and they like right after dinner they like opened up the pre-function area and there was like all kinds of there was like blackjack tables, craps tables, roulette tables, and it was all in like they like activated the pre-function area.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I had a fashion sketch artist in there as well. So I mean, I feel like the pre-function area sometimes is underutilized just because people feel like, oh, well, the public's going to come down and they're going to like try and use my stuff and whatever, but like use it. Like there's a cool copper wall that's out there too that I always like suggest for photo booths and stuff because it's a really cool background. And like you said, if people, or the audiobook, like you don't want to be hearing people screaming or like the music and like while you're trying to leave your message. So like, and there's couches and stuff out there too. So if you're overstimulated and you want a break from what's going on, you can at least go out and sit with your drink or whatever, take a phone call.
So I hope what we're driving at for the listeners. So like when we do weddings, we talk about right now in 2025, one of the things that's important is like this idea of experiential weddings or your wedding being an experience. And I guess what we're driving at, and the reason why we're having Kennedy and the 9 on for show 1 is you don't have to go anywhere, okay? Because if you take your guests to the roof, down to the vault, over into Mint, and then you add in a production company like ourselves, that in itself is an experience.
For sure.
I mean, your photos are going to have a different look and feel, each room, each section of the day. Just those things alone is going to elevate your wedding, the experience that your guests have. It's going to elevate your final products for photo and video. And I think ideally you're just going to have guests walking away from your wedding going, wow, that was something that I have not experienced before.
And essentially you just ride the elevator back up and go to bed at the end of the night, which
Is
great.
always like, you can hit the bottle as hard as you want. You know what I mean?
Well, and we technically on a Saturday night have 3 bars that stay open till 2 a.m. So
After
you essentially don't even have to leave the building once you
And then you
step
ride
foot
the
in.
elevator up, you step into that shower in the middle of the room, and you have yourself a good night.
And you have yourself a good night. Or in the tub.
Listen, be honest. Would my big ass fit in the tub?
Oh, for sure.
It's that big of a tub.
It's
Wow.
big.
See that, man. See that's.
You might have to buy Jill one of those nights.
I'll tell
for
you right
guys.
now. So we have a mega fan. You might not know this. Julia's dad is a mega fan of the show.
Okay.
Your dad would love that tub. I can just tell he's the kind of guy that would like to get in a tub after like a long night of drinking. He would be a tub guy.
Yeah, he loves hot tubs, so
Maybe
yeah, he
stuff
definitely
goes
would
well.
be a tub.
Mrs. Webb would be a tub girl, and then things can get.
Hey, let's not put that thought in anyone's head, please.
I'm just saying, Mr. Webb, we know the lady who can get you in the 9 and get you
you a nice tub.
Get you a nice tub. That's all we're saying. Before we get into No Tucks Given segment, is there anything that we haven't mentioned that you think is important for a potential client to know? Something that you think is super unique to the space?
I have a question.
Sure.
Nicholas.
Isn't there a movie theater?
Yeah, we have a theater.
Is that accessible to a wedding party?
Yeah, like if they wanted to take pictures and that they could. I mean,
I don't know if it had
it's
much
like
use.
soft seating. Like it's like literally like theater seats.
Yeah, I don't know if it had much use in the wedding, but I could see it for like pictures or maybe like a little chill area.
For sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, we host shows in there quite frequently. We have like a resident magic act. They're a husband and wife that goes in there. We have some singers, like more like in the December time, like holiday, like singing shows and stuff. So people, it's a very underrated space.
And let's say a guest, you have this wedding, you're living your best life. They spend the night next day. There's like multiple different restaurants, right?
We have the Centro, yes. That's
The
our lobby
Centro.
restaurant.
The lobby restaurant.
Dude, I've eaten on the patio of the Centro outside. It's awesome.
The hot honey pepperoni pizza, 10 out of 10.
Wait, are we going Mike's Hot Honey, though? Or what kind of hot honey are we using
I
here?
think I don't know.
Wow.
It might be Mike's Hot.
So Nick's uncle, good buddy of mine, Jim, got into making pizzas. This guy will make a Mike's Hot Honey pizza that it'll rock your world.
All
I'll be
right.
honest with you. It's pretty
We
good
love us
stuff.
some hot honey.
Hot honey's the
Good
stuff.
guess.
Julie, you a hot honey girl?
Is it spicy?
No, like
It's got like a
little.
little kick to it.
I've never really had it. So I don't know.
Really?
Chris probably likes hot honey.
I just don't like.
Chris is a pizza guy. He might like this hot honey stuff.
They make it at Ohio Pie.
Hot honey pizza?
Yeah, they have hot honey pizza.
Oh, for sure.
Christopher,
You gotta have
we
him
did
bring
not
you
know
home
They have,
some.
like- I think they have hot honey chicken too. That they
Chris.
can
Oh, yeah.
pizza.
You gotta
We're
make
looking
him
for
bring
a
you home
hot
some
honey
pizza.
pie coming our way here, Chrissy.
Yeah.
But no, I've never actually had hot honey. But like, I also assumed it was spicy. I don't like spicy things.
See, I'm not a spicy person either, but I'll eat hot honey.
It's not bad.
Okay. Maybe I need to try it now.
I'm currently in my fat era right now, so I would eat a lot of hot honey pizza, but then I'm going to try to get back into my less fat era pretty soon because we're going to do what we can. But so that being said, Nicholas, it is now time for.
I wasn't close to the mic, so you didn't hear my. But it's time for No Tucks Given.
No tucks given. Okay.
So everybody at home knows the deal with these segments. I'll explain it to you because you
All
are
right.
a new and fresh face. No Tucks Given is a segment that we do every episode where we try to make the grooms feel a little bit more involved in the process because historically it's the bride making all the decisions.
For sure.
So if we get the guys involved, they're going to like us, she's going to like us, and we're going to do the wedding. It's that simple. So today's episode of the No Tucks Given segment, we're going to be talking about gifts for your bride on the wedding day. Now,
yes, go ahead.
say what you're going to say.
No, because guys fuck this up all the time.
And it doesn't have to be that hard.
It's really not that hard.
It's not
Like,
that hard. Girls like little stuff. They like big stuff too.
Like I see
obviously.
just like the worst gifts all the time. He'll be like, "Look, honey, I bought you the new Call of Duty 6." Like I'm like, "What? What are we
Is that for
doing
you? Is
right
that for me?
So,
I think guys are harder
typically,
to shop for.
I think I agree with that.
All you gotta do is throw one of these bad boys on my
Yeah.
wrist, and I'll be a happy guy.
yeah, if you're a bride, get your guy a watch, maybe some cologne or something. He'll be a happy
It's
guy.
mainly because like the guys just won't tell you what they like or what they want. Like
Guys
you'll
are
ask them,
simple
be like, hey, what
creatures.
you like, what you want? And they're like, I don't need anything.
Guys are simple creatures. Give him a watch. Give him some cologne.
Like, okay.
Bottle
Here's
of
a gift
bourbon if
card.
he's a drinker. Easy. But we're focusing on the gifts that the girl can get from the guy.
I don't know how
Okay.
vulgar I'm allowed to get right now, but should I say what I'm thinking or should I just pass?
Always.
Well, 3 things, Julia. You're not married yet, but
No.
you feed him, you fuck him, and you keep his balls empty, and he'll be a happy clam.
Keep him milked and he's good.
I mean, that's all you got. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. Like, you do those 3 things,
I can't.
you're not getting divorced. The guy's gonna love you for a long time, and that's it.
So, one of the sweetest traditions in weddings is the exchange of gifts between partners on the wedding day. And it's not about how much you spend, it's about the thought that counts.
Sure.
Correct, ladies?
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk about some things that a groom can give to his bride. And then I want the woman's opinion on how you'd feel about certain things. And is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? So,
Okay.
obviously, there's going to be jewelry. Jewelry is never going to miss, whether it's earrings, a bracelet. What's going on? You don't like jewelry?
No. Jewelry's fine. But guys, you got to pay attention to what kind of jewelry your
Yeah.
lady
Like, am I a
wears.
gold
Is she
jewelry?
gold? Is
Yeah.
she silver? Is
Yes.
she rose gold? Like, you got to know.
She like
Hopefully,
pearls?
If you're marrying this girl, then you should know that already.
For sure.
How do we feel about a piece of jewelry that matches your birthstone?
Yeah.
Is that old?
If you're
it can
April, you
be
got diamond,
cheesy.
that might be all right. But like, no one wants like a
Normally-
fucking chrysanthemum or whatever.
Normally, they're like fake too. So you got to make sure it's like if you're going to get one that is authentic and it's real.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing here is make sure it's practical,
Yeah.
make it sentimental.
For sure.
Take the time to really think about her and figure out what she likes and get her something that could even complement her wedding ring or complement
Yeah.
her wedding look.
Or
you
like
know?
it's like a necklace or
A
something
necklace,
that like she could wear with her
earrings.
dress
Yeah.
or earrings.
Yeah, there's
Pay attention.
nipple
to-
rings, all kinds of stuff you can
Oh.
do.
What?
Just pay attention to the type of metal they wear.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Because a lot of times guys will be like, oh, I got you jewelry and it's silver,
And you're like,
you're a
"Nope."
gold girl, and you're like, thank you, but
Thanks.
I'm not gonna wear it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So pay attention, guys, because you can never go wrong with jewelry. Now let's talk about
Silver
some.
and gold, you could go. That's always, you can do both.
You can do it both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little combination platter.
Yeah, you can.
Are you a rose gold girl, Julia? I'm seeing
love
rose
rose
gold. Like,
gold.
I feel like that's a Lodi thing, to be honest with you.
No,
Rose gold is definitely not a Lodi
it's
thing.
not a Lodi thing.
Rose gold's an everywhere thing.
It's more. I'd say it's the more expensive one of the three,
Let me tell you something.
but
I can get some rose gold from a guy, not very expensive.
From a guy.
I'm Italian, of course.
He's got a guy.
Usually-
No, we'll get
usually in like girls' jewelry, it's more expensive sometimes because it's like I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm a gold girl. I
I'm
like
a
gold.
precious metals guy.
I do have some gold,
I got a lot of precious metals.
but I do like rose gold better than.
Okay, so gentlemen, if you guys are watching, as you can see, the girls like jewelry, guys like jewelry. You can never go wrong with that. Plus, it is an investment into yourself and your future. Now, let's push on a little bit to something a little more sentimental.
Okay.
Handwritten notes, handwritten vows, even a memory-based photo album could do a lot of tricks. Ladies, how do we feel about that?
I'm all in. I like
I'm
to do that
a
stuff.
very emotional girl. So
Yes.
like, if you're showing your emotions, like, all right, I'm for it.
Custom engraved little prints.
Because then to me, it feels like you like actually thought about it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
feels more personable when
Yeah.
you're doing.
And that's something you could hold on to forever.
Yeah.
For sure.
A little video montage, maybe like a
Yeah.
picture of something when you guys first met, or
Also, from
And
a
it means
business
more.
perspective, when you book your video, if you do write those like custom letters, and whether you're comfortable either speaking on camera or even just doing an audio recording, that is going to help your editor really kind of like really tell your story, because they're doing two things. They're telling it through audio and through imagery. So that's going to be like another piece to the puzzle to have a really cool one-of-a-kind video as well.
Yeah.
Those are great.
And to take it a step further, you're obviously going to have your honeymoon, which will likely be planned. We had this debate where we talked about a planned versus a surprise honeymoon. But you could take it even a step further, be like, hey, babe, we're going to Turks and Caicos, but on the way there, I'm surprising us with a stop in Barbados or something. Or,
That's cute.
hey, I got us this little sunset dinner on the rooftop of this place. Or I got us this couples massage. Or how do you guys feel about those little add-ons into a trip?
I'm down with
I'm
it.
down with that too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I feel like then it makes you like feel like they actually put some thought into it.
Yeah, and normally it's gonna be.
Want to give you an activity to do.
Yeah, and it's gonna be something that you're gonna enjoy, and it shows
sure.
that they've been paying attention. They know what you like.
So lastly on it, I wrote this one specifically for you, Julia. It took a lot of time making this. So we like to think about personalized touches. So there's a lot of things you can do, like perfumes, maybe a custom clutch, or, you know, how about a little wedding day survival kit with some snacks, personalized pics?
I think that's cute.
Yeah?
I like it. Yeah.
You like the personalized
snacks.
No, it's not just snacks, but like a personalized little thing with like little things that he knows that I like to help me get through the day.
A little wedding
while he's
survival
not
kit.
there. I think
Yeah.
that's really
Some
sweet.
of her
That's
favorite
cute.
bevies, wake her up with little dunks, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
some snacks.
Here's a snack for
It's just
later.
like on, it's just like on Easter even or Christmas. You can make each other like cute little baskets. Like it's almost something like that. So I think it's cute.
Yeah.
for when you wake up in the
Julia,
morning.
have you ever had Dunkaroos?
That's a 90s thing, dude.
Dude,
Although they relaunched.
dude,
I think I had one like when I was really, really young.
Dude.
Because my friends got them, but my parents
Dunkaroos
never had
are
sweets in the house when I was
10.
growing up.
They're gas.
Dunkaroos will change your life.
Listen to the fat guys. Dunkaroos are gas.
They are good, dude. He's
So-
not lying. Like, get yourself some Dunkaroos.
Who doesn't love like an icing and a cookie?
Yeah.
All you're doing is dipping a cookie in some
My
processed
parents
icing.
never got us
Yeah.
that stuff growing up when I was a kid.
Mr.
So I
Webb.
got them from like my friends.
Okay.
They'd be like, "You want a Dunkaroo?" I'm like, "What is that?" And they're like, "You never had a Dunkaroo?" And they would give me one. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty good."
Mr.
I
Webb,
never got
come on. Dunkaroo.
Wow.
Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos. So,
They didn't let you have
Listen.
the fun stuff.
yeah. so-
Really, not like we would have candy during like holidays or stuff like that. But other than we never really had sweets in the house growing up
Okay.
until we were like older and we could get them ourselves.
So that wraps up the No Tux Business segment. So to all the guys out there, thanks for tuning in always. These are a bunch of different gifts ideas you can give your bride on the wedding day. Check us out every episode because, guys, we will not forget about you. But do we have any other stuff planned in this, or is that the end of the show there?
Guys, for me, as always, we're doing this. We're working our way through it. We don't know what we're doing, but
We're loving the
please-
numbers so far.
We're,
You guys
we're
are.
loving the
Oh,
numbers.
we're working on designs, right, for No
Oh,
Tux
yeah.
Given?
Well, yeah, so we did get someone to sponsor us.
All
They're,
right.
they're doing merch, so we're gonna have a merch
yeah, we
store.
Oh, yeah, shout out the shirts. We got the shirts on. You already know.
I got a hat, so the hat was dope.
I want a shirt next time.
We're getting a shirt.
Laser focus expressions. We need more shirts.
Yeah, tell them. Laser focus.
Sweatshirts, crew necks, hats, t-shirts.
But we worked on No Tux
Crew
Given.
necks. Look at
Give me a crew neck and a sweatshirt, and I am golden.
Yeah.
But so we worked on No Tux Given designs, right? We should have some partnerships coming out with some merch that'll be available to people.
It'll be available.
You guys
but-
will be very excited for the No Tux Given t-shirts.
Yeah, do me a favor. You
Shout out
got
to my
to
dad.
all the stuff. We need it all. We need the likes. We need the shares.
Keep
we need the
fucking juicing
subscribes.
us. Like, share us to everybody you know. Like us, comment. Even if you have something really terrible to say about Scott, please comment it because we like comments, right?
Normally, when there's some hate stuff, it's on him for sure because he just looks like a douche. You're like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
People hate us because they ain't us.
Because you like anus. What'd you say?
People
Oh my!
only on Tuesdays. People hate us because they ain't us.
Listen, thank you guys so much. Keep supporting us.
Yeah.
Check out the 9.
Thanks
They're
for having
killer.
me.
Yes, check
Thank
them
you.
Can
out.
I come back next week?
Yeah, come on.
All right.
We'll have a battle between you and the Aviator and
All
who's
right.
the better venue. Just have
Okay.
It'll be
Cat
Kadar
fights.
versus Kennedy the K's, the battle of the K's.
They battle the K's.
That being said, it's just a wedding out. What a toss.